pitch side, LFC TV's Peter McDowell. Thank you, George. Good evening, everybody.
There you go. Big up, everybody. Welcome back. 24 hours gone. And now we're moving again. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. I don't know why I'm on that side. I'll sort that out in a minute. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. There you go. And this is the must-win for Liverpool. I'm going to bring in my co-Q's, my partner in crime, TOTO. Abba!
Yeah, big up, man.
How's it going, bro? How's it going?
Yeah.
Before I'm gonna say is, I was just saying earlier, not long ago, that this is a must-win for Liverpool.
Yeah.
This is a must-win for Liverpool. But how have you been after 24 hours?
Oh, you know what?
Have you just got out the shower? I can see your towel, by the way, bro.
Yeah, I'll take it off. But yeah, it's all right. But look, for me, I think it's dusted off. It's still, I feel down. I still feel down. I'm sure every fan does feel down. But yeah, look, we just got to move on to the next one. That's all we got to do. You know, we got to forget this 3-0 loss, right? There is only a little chance we can come back. There's no comeback. There's no comeback available for this, man. 3-0, going to their stadium, it's over. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to go up to Thursday night. and they're going to play the low block. We all know what's going to happen. Yeah, you know this, I know this. We all know this. They're going to play the part of the bus. When we finally get our main team, they're going to play part of the bus. We might score 1 goal, but that's it. That's what we're going to do, really. But look, that's gone out the window. It's gone to Crystal Palace. This is the kind of game I want to start my main team because I really want match sharpness. That's what I want. Right? I don't want no rest players and all that. Forget all that rubbish, yeah? Start the main team. What you're going to carry on with the rest of the season. Because we need wins. If we're going to win this league, because unlike we're going to win Europa League now, right? Which is an absolute shambles. So treble gone out the window. We're not going to win no treble, right? So the only way we're going to do it is try and win the double and try and win the league. Because that's the only hope now. We've got all our players back. We've got no excuses. We've got Trent back. We've got Jota back. Jota looked all right when he came on yesterday. He missed 2 sitters, but look, he just come back. But look, we've got to start our main team, right? So to get our match sharpness up, we need Trent to start. We need Jota to start. Nunes on the left to start. We need our main team, basically. McAllister, Szoboszlai, Endo, Van Dijk, Kanate, Trent, Robbo. We need all of it, right? Because after this, we've got, of course, a European game. I don't know if it's next week or the week after. I don't know. But we've got to have our match
next week. Next week, right? We've got to have our match sharpness up. We've got to start our main team for these next 2 games. Our best 11. Our best 11 for the European game and for the Premier League game. I know the European game's over, right? And I'm feeling myself we should play the kids. We shouldn't play the kids at the European game because at the end of the day, anything can happen. It's football. I'm not saying we're going to come back. There's absolutely no chance we're going to. There is a slight chance, but there's absolutely no chance we're going to come back because like we did with Barcelona.
We could, but Atalanta, they'll play the low block. That's something different compared to Barcelona. You know, Barcelona killed us up in the 4-0, but they were still trying to attack us in the second leg. Atalanta, they're not going to attack us.
It weren't out that we just didn't allow them. And I think back then we had a better team that we got now. We had a prime Salah, prime Firmino, and a prime. Now we have prime Firmino, prime Salah, prime Mane. All 3 of them at the prime, at the peak of the powers. I think Liverpool back then, we were very blessed that within them 3 years, that Liverpool were all the players who was at their peak of their powers. You know, all in the prime at the same time. This is why Liverpool gelled it, and I don't think that will ever happen again. I think we had the best for a whole team to be at their peak, hitting at the right time. I don't think that's ever happened. But I think the front 3 that we had back then was formidable.
Yeah.
Them 3 were the best front 3 in Europe. Standard. They were the best front 3 in Europe. Nobody could argue with it. The stats was there. And I think at the time we had the best winger at the time and the best left back, and that was Robbo. Best. Everybody in the prime, perfect. Them were the days, man. Them were the days. And if we had that team yesterday, we would have rolled over the team. But we never. Obviously, we're still in transition. We're still the players still young. Szoboszlai, I haven't really given up on Szoboszlai. I'm going to give him another season because this is his first season. He's getting used to the Premier League. I know he's got his personal issues, but I would bench him for the next game. I would bench Szoboszlai. I'd play Gravenberch. I think Gravenberch needs more game time. Gravenberch needs more game. Huh? Yeah.
I was going to say Jones, but I just said Gravenberch needs more game time.
I think he needs more game time as well. Yeah, and I think you could have. Look, you can have. I wouldn't play Endo tomorrow. I think I'd give Endo another. I'll give him a break.
Yeah.
The last couple of games, Endo hasn't been at his best, but I would play McAllister, and this is how I'll do it. I'd play McAllister in the D. I'd have Curtis Jones, and I'd have Gravenberch in midfield. And if that didn't work, whatever, you can always bring on Endo and rotate. That's just the way I'll do it. Look, there's different ways that we can set the team up, which we'll get into later. But yeah, I'm just still a bit like, look, at the end of the day, right, I want to win the league. Okay? When everybody was talking about treble this, treble that, yeah, I said, listen, all I cared about was the league. I wanted to win the European Cup, we're not winning it. It's the league. Now, if we get beat on Sunday, if we draw on Sunday, then that's a wrap. it's a wrap. And look, I know there's going to be after that game yesterday, where we got completely outplayed and embarrassed, and the whole of Europe saw it. I'm not afraid to say it, we got embarrassed. There's going to be a lot of people out there who are like saying, "Oh yeah, you got to be positive," and that's basically based on delusion. It's delusional. If you think that's a positive, that we can get a positive from this year, that's just based on delusional. It's based on delusional. Show me the evidence. Show me the evidence. Sorry for interrupting, Toto. Show me the evidence. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people watching this. Show me the evidence in that team that we've got now, after the way they performed yesterday. Yeah. Show me the evidence where there's going to be a positive out of this game going forward, winning the league, because that's what I care about is the league. I would sacrifice all the cups that they can throw at me for the Premier League. I want to win the Premier League. That's the most important thing to me, is the Premier League. We're not in the Champions League, so don't say the Champions League. Yeah, I'm on about the Prem. The European Cup that we was in, the Europa Cup, which we're out now, in my opinion. If we come back, that'll be another miracle, like it was against Barcelona. If we like the FA Cup, you say, look, you can have the FA Cup, you can have the Carabao Cup, which we've got anyway, and we can have them 3 cups over the league. I'm picking the league because I want to win the league. Now, the only positive what can come out of this debacle, there's only one positive in my opinion, that we're playing less games. We're playing less games now, so all we're going to play is a game every week. Now the other teams are going to play cup games. I know Man City's in the FA Cup. They're in the Champions League, and they've got to play their league games. Maybe that'll catch up with them. I don't know. Yeah. They've got the squad depth. I don't know. If Arsenal get through Bayern Munich, and they're playing their games, they've got 2 legs. That's more cup games they've got to play. Liverpool, now, if we go out, which I think we're out anyway, then we're just concentrate on the league. That's the only positive coming out of this mess, in my opinion. That's the only positive. The floor is yours, bro.
There's some people online saying that, oh yeah, the only positive that Gakpo played well. Gakpo didn't do anything. You know, you had the ball. The thing with the Gakpo, yeah, I don't know where he plays at this point. Either midfield, left wing, centre back, right back, goalkeeper. I don't know where he plays at this point, yeah. But at the moment, every time he has that ball down the left-hand side, the game. I was playing this yesterday. Every time Gakpo has that ball, slow down, like everything moves in slow motion. I'm like, where's the pace going out of this? You know, this is why he's designed to be a sitting centre forward. Don't run that much. He gets the ball, does whatever he does in the final third. He's just in that final third box. That's where we should target him. When Klopp starts him on the left, I don't know what he's thinking, but it is the wrong decision every time. It hit down the left. But yeah, look, on to the Crystal Palace game. Just finish off my point. There's no positives in the Atalanta game. There's no positives. The defense played bad. Konate should have played the line better. Van Dijk should have played the line better. Fullbacks should have played better. I think the only good fullback was Robbo. That was the only good fullback. Robbo was the best player on the pitch. By far, Robbo was the best player on the pitch. Every single one of them were useless except from Robbo was. We can't. You know what? The whole team played bad. We can't just single out one player to be the best player on the pitch. Robbo was the best player at the pitch out of everyone. Doesn't mean he didn't play bad. You know, I just saw the performance-wise, Robbo was the best performance. The way he was making runs, the way he was making 1-2s, the way he was making the good deliveries on the box. But no one could get on the end of it. You know why? Because no one's to get in the right positions. Robbo was doing everything in that game to put cross after cross after cross after cross. He turned into prime Robbo for a couple of minutes. No one got back. No one got on the back end of it. Right? As soon as Jota came on, he got into them positions. Even though he missed 2 sitters, he got in them positions. So, last thing I want to talk about this game in the second leg at Atalanta. I think the only way we got a chance in the second leg, not saying we got a chance, I'm saying if we want to have a slight chance of beating Atalanta in the second leg, we've got to come at them fast and try to score 2 goals straight away so we can have that 1 goal to try to get back in it, right? Jota's going to be back, right? And I just really want Jota to start finishing his chances because he's so clinical. Yeah, when he comes on, he's clinical. I even went on a couple of Arsenal fan podcasts, right? And they say Jota is so good when he comes on. He's so clinical, and he finishes everything he gets. He finishes off with Dilla.
You can't expect. Oh no, go on.
Sorry. One thing. My front three would be Nunez, Jota, Elliot. Right? If not Elliot, Salah. Nunez, Jota, Salah. That'll be my front three. That will be my front three. You know, for the Europa game. Because if one any slight chance, we've got to get our most fast lineup, our most clinical lineup. Jota and Salah. Salah's not even. I don't even trust Salah anymore. Penalties, I don't trust him. I always think he's going to sky it. Right, but the only centre forward that we need at the moment is Jota. That is the only centre forward that we need. He's good in the air for his size. He's so clinical in front of goals. You know, you name it, man. You know, Jota could be the one. Jota could be the one that pulls us out of this rubbish. No, because when it's slight chance, Jota's the one.
Yeah, I totally agree. Jota's the one, and I think he's the guy, like you said, he's the guy who's going to pull us out of this if we do get out of it. Let's talk about, before we start getting into the player ratings, I'm going to talk about what Klopp said. Klopp was in he was talking to, he had the press conference today. I watched a bit of it. I didn't watch all of it. It was about 7 hours ago. And Klopp, he said that he promised, he said, this is straight from Klopp, quote, Jurgen Klopp has promised, this is what the reporters, not quote, this is what the reporter said. Jurgen Klopp has promised Liverpool will produce a positive reaction to the European disappointment when they take on Crystal Palace in the Premier League this weekend. So he said basically he's going to promise a reaction. I don't really like when people make promises. That's just me. I don't know how you are when people in a big, you know, like he's got influence like Jurgen Klopp. He's coming out and he's saying to his Liverpool fans, Liverpool going to make a positive reaction against Crystal Palace. Now, if we draw against Crystal Palace or lose against Crystal Palace, how is that statement going to look? Well, I would say, go on.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Klopp shouldn't come out and say we shouldn't be underestimating our opponents.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't care if it's Luton Town. I don't care if it's Coventry. I don't care if it's Birmingham. Right? They can have a good day and they can turn up. Like, I don't care if it's Luton either. Luton can turn up sometimes. I saw them do it before. Right? I saw many low teams do it before. Atalanta went over there, underestimated them. Oh yeah, snicks in the Serie A. Right? I'm saying now, I thought we were going to beat Atalanta. But we underestimated them. You said Solo that you said that Atalanta's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, I think you said it. I was watching a podcast, and his channel I follow. There's one dude on there. He's a cool dude, man. One of the real ones, and on YouTube. And he said, "Don't think we're just going to turn up at Anfield and roll over Atlanta because Atlanta's a decent team." And he said he didn't trust Liverpool after that Man United game, and he said he felt like the signs were there. And he said that there's no way we're just going to roll over Atalanta. That's what he said, and he was right. It's like when I watched the game, it's like Liverpool, they wasn't even trying. They were just basically, oh yeah, we're going to turn up at Anfield and we're expected to win. But they don't realise that team at Atlanta, they had a game plan. And they executed the game plan. Liverpool just went there and said, yeah, we'll beat them. But it never worked out that way. And before they knew it, they didn't know what to do. You actually saw parts of the game where you saw the Liverpool just passing the ball back to the keeper constantly because they didn't know what to do. They actually ran out of ideas. The thing about it, when we was down and went into the first half, you know, usually in the first half, they go into the dressing room, Klopp talks to them, and then they come out a different team. They come out worse. Liverpool came out worse. And that's what I'm saying. They came out worse. So, I don't know what's going on. I don't like seeing statements like that saying that we're going to rectify it and then we're going to make a statement and we're going to make it whatever, yeah. how about you just go out and do it on the pitch? I don't want to hear the promises. Actions speak louder than words. What I would have said is, if I was Jurgen Klopp, I would have come out and said, look, we had a bad game. And when we move on to Crystal Palace, we're going to try and do our best to try and rectify it, to try and make it better. Not come out and says, I'm making promises. He's saying, oh, yeah, we're going to make things better. That's what he's basically saying, promising. His words. He said, I'll say it again, Jurgen Klopp has promised Liverpool will produce a positive reaction. Now he's promising. I ain't promising nothing. I'm just saying we're going to come out there and we're going to work hard and we're going to try and do our best to make it better. Not promising. Because if we lose or draw, Jurgen Klopp is going to look like a fool. Because that is there. And then the highlight will be at the paper, at the back of the paper, or on your phone, or social media. I can see the headlines now. Jurgen Klopp promised and didn't deliver. That's what will be the headline. I ain't promising nothing, bro. Nothing. Just go out there and do your effing job. And bury Crystal Palace. If you can't bury Crystal Palace, you ain't good enough to win the league. You're not supposed to be there. You're gonna hang your head in shame. I want to see a positive reaction. That's what I want to see. I want to see the boys trying. I don't want to see these missing 20 to 30 goals going over the bar in one game. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And that's it, man. That's all I got to say about this. That's all I got to say about that game. Yeah. Let's move on to Crystal Palace now. We'll play on Sunday. I don't know. I think is it 12:30 kickoff? 12:30?
I think it's 12:30. No, it's not.
You can check that if you want. But anyway, we'll play on Sunday. And yeah, we'll play on Sunday. We're just going to get it done. So we're going to do our player ratings.
2 p.m. 2 p.m.
Oh, so it's okay. 2 p.m. Very awkward time, but it is what it is. We're going to bring that up on screen. Here we go. Boom. So there's the Prem game, 32 Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Positive. It's at Anfield, not away. I don't trust us away at the moment, the way we're playing. So we're gonna put in. Let's get this up on here. Right, we're gonna put in Kelleher.
I will start Ali.
Is Ali fit though? Is he fit though? Because I haven't heard anything about Alisson coming back.
No, I start Kelleher. I haven't heard anything about Alisson.
So we've got Kelleher in goals. That's who we're starting in goals, Kelleher. Let's start from the left back, shall we? Left back.
Robert.
So we're going to start with Robertson. I thought Robinson. You know, like the drink Robinson. It's Robertson. Yeah. I always say Robinson. And then when I spell it Robinson, I can't find him. I'm sure I spelled it right. And it's Robertson. It is what it is. So where is he? Robbo. So we've got Robbo left back. I agree on that. I think Robbo should start. I thought he had a half decent game yesterday. I think you know what? I'm looking at the way we played yesterday, and I think the two outstanding players for me, and they wasn't even good, still below 6, was Robbo and Harvey Elliott. You know who stunk out the joints? He stunk it out. Virgil, man. The way he gave that ball away and the way they schooled him, man. He got schooled in that match, man, by that centre half. He got schooled. Remember when he had the ball and he got pinned in the corner and lost the ball? I've never saw Virgil do that before. Never.
When he lost the ball?
Don't you remember when he got the ball? When he lost the ball?
I remember.
He was running towards not the goalkeeper, like in the corner. And I remember I said to you when I said on the remember when I said on the text, I goes, oh no, actually I put the tweet out and I said it looks like Virgil's playing left back. Because he went into the left back position where Tim McCaskill was supposed to be, and he got the ball, and the guy went round and took the ball off.
He had no options, man.
What's going on? How did he get himself in that predicament? Anyway, so next to Robbo, where we're going?
Van Dijk
left back. VVD. Virgil van Dijk. So you would. What about
Can I?
Nah, but what about Quanta? Canate, okay. This is a must-win game anyway. We play next week, by the way. We play next week, in the European Cup.
Yeah.
It's next week, next
We need
Thursday.
a match sharpness up.
Huh?
We need a match sharpness, man. So I want to start like most of my main players.
Yeah.
Rest some, but start.
Oh, would I love Matip now to play?
I know.
I think Trent's going to be starting.
Yeah, that's up to Trent.
I think he's definitely going to be starting.
He's all right to play now, so yeah, Trent.
I know. Got to start. So that's our back four. Robbo, Virgil van Dijk, Karate, and Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold. So let's go. What are we doing? Who's next?
I'm playing McAllister in the day.
I think so as well. I don't know what it's about Endo. You know I love Endo, and Endo's been the man. But the last couple of games, I don't know what. As soon as he come back off his injury, I don't know what's going on with him. He's still playing half decent, but not as good as he was. Before he got injured, not as good as he was. But I'm gonna put Alexis McAllister in there. So there you go, Alex McAllister. I like how they got the flags on there now. When you put them in there, the graphics and that looks cool. So Alex McAllister. So who's our two midfields?
Gravenberch and Jones.
Curtis Jones. Yeah, Curtis Jones. Is he going to be? Curtis Jones on the right, isn't he? Curtis Jones.
Yeah, and then Gravenberch on the left.
Yeah. Curtis Jones. Ryan Gravenberch. Where is he? Ryan. So where is he gone? Why is he not coming in?
Gravenberch.
I'll put in Ryan. There you go. So we've got Ryan Gravenberch there. I'll definitely start him. I think he needs more. Look, I know a lot of people don't like Ryan Gravenberch. I'm a bit skeptical over him, but I think because he's young, I think he's going to cook. I think he's going to cook next season. I really think he's going to cook next season. I really do. I think this season he's just coming to the team. He's a young guy. He hasn't had many games. I know he's gave the ball away a lot. You could see I think when we brought him in, I think he was kind of the Gini Wijnaldum replacement. Yeah, kind of. And I like how he's on the ball sometimes. He does give the ball away, but I think next season under a new manager, I think when he's settled into the team, I think Ryan Gravenberch is going to be. I think he's going to be a half decent player, and I think Szoboszlai as well. I know he's not starting tomorrow. I'll definitely have Dominic Szoboszlai on the bench, but I think Gravenberch, and he's going to be. I think he's going to be half decent next season. I heard that talking about midfielders. Stefan Bajcetic. I think I heard Klopp talking about him. I think he's back ready to play. But they had him in the under-21s, playing in the under-21s. So maybe
he's been downgraded to under-21s. And
he's not kind of a downgrade. He's just going there to. He's kind of. Klopp said he wants to see how he is playing with the under-21s to see if his fitness and his injuries hold up. And he said that we might see him towards the end of the season. The last couple of games. Yeah. It'd be nice to see Bajcetic because when Bajcetic did play, he looked like a half decent player. He looked like a worldie, a future worldie. So let's go. Who we going for? The controversy strikers, the front three.
Nunes, Jota, and Elliott.
Nunes
in the left.
Nunes. He stunk out the joint. It did stink out the joint, man. Even the biggest Nunes fans said it. It did stink out the joint. A lot of people called him for his head, saying, he's a waste of time. He's a waste of... people say he was scrappy. But people say, we don't want scrappy. We want him in the net. I understand where they're coming from. Frustrations was high yesterday. I get it. People was on edge because we just got our arse handed to us by a team. He shouldn't even scored not one pass to us and they scored scored 3. I get it. I do get it. So who having in the middle, Jota?
Yeah.
And I'd have Elliot. I would.
Elliot, yeah, Elliot.
I wouldn't start Salah. I just wouldn't start him. I'd have him on the bench.
Yeah, resting.
But I'm not starting him. So there you go. That's our starting 11. I'm liking that 11. And I think he's going to go with that tomorrow. The only thing I don't think he's going to put Nunes on the left. No, actually, he might. He might actually put. He has to. Yeah, can't put Diaz. Forget Diaz, man.
Oh, forget it.
I know. He'll be on the bench though.
If he starts Diaz over Nunes, I swear, I don't know.
I just want to see Jota on the football pitch starting tomorrow. I just want to see Jota playing because I believe if Jota wouldn't have got injured, I believe we would have beat Man City and I believe we would have beat Man United because the chances that we had, that would have been Jota in front of goals. Know, and I know that would have been in the back of the net. That's why I believe that we would have been sitting comfortably on the top of the table. That Man City game really peed me off. You know, Toto?
Yeah.
It really peed me off. So go ahead. That's it. What do you think of it, guys? Who are watching it? What do you think of it?
I think the lineup's good, you know. I just don't want to see Diaz starting. He's not been good enough. I don't care if he scored 1 goal against United. We didn't win, end of, and he's been doing nothing on down our left-hand side. Gets the ball, loses it every single time, usually. He's not strong enough on the ball. But, you don't expect wingers to be strong, but at least try just to keep possession. If you haven't got the confidence to go forward, right?
Yeah.
Pass the ball back and just keep possession. Because at the end of the day, simple concept. The other team hasn't got the ball, they can't score. Simple as we've got to start keeping this ball and we've got to stop losing it. It's from United. United done us on the counter attack because all we did is lose that ball in the final third. We're not clinical enough in that final third, right? Putting chances wise, hitting it off players so the players get the ball and then they go on the counter attack. It's just this kind of, play that we just need to sort out. We've got to start.
Yeah, we're looking too casual. A lot of people are saying, I'm not sure how you see this. So a lot of people are saying that we look tired, that we look like we're burning out and running out of steam. You know what? What about Dan's? How about that we gamble and put Dan's on? Put Dan's on there. If they don't start Jota, or for some reason they don't start Jota, or they don't think he's ready for a full game, or if he does start Jota and there's a substitute between Jota, how about you bring on Danes? Is it Dan's?
Yeah.
Dan's? How about you bring him on? He could replace if Jota's on there and Jota's looking tired, say in the second half, because Jota's just come back and he's not used to that speed yet because he was out a while. Say if you sub Jota and you bring on Dan's, the young lad. He done good for us when we was at the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup.
Amazing player.
He's a mate. That's what I'm saying.
Skillful, gets in there.
Yeah,
fearless youngster.
Them kids, right, have no fear. Them kids have no fear. So, if you want to sub, we're gonna go through the substitutes now. If it was me, if you sub Jota, you put on Dan's. Obviously, I think if they sub Elliot, depends how good he's playing. They're probably going to bring on Salah. But me, I wouldn't have Salah on the pitch at all. I'd let him have his rest and let him bench him. I'd leave him. I wouldn't even have him on the bench. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I wouldn't. I think Elliot could do enough. Be good enough for Crystal Palace. Elliot showed fight yesterday.
He did.
For a team that looked dishevelled. They looked like they quit after 20 minutes. He didn't quit. He tried his heart out. I thought Nunes tried his heart out as well. I'm not saying he played the best, but you could see he was trying. Tried his best. Kanate looked dodgy at the back. I love Kanate, but he looked a shadow of himself. Virgil van Dijk looked lost. Robbo was fighting. I'll give it Robbo. He was fighting. Every time McAllister had the ball, there was about 3 players around him because they know the smoke. They know what's going on with Mac. They know he's deadly. They know he's the provider. So as soon as he got the ball in the middle of the park, the man's was on him. So, Toto, anything to say before we leave? Because
I got nothing else to say, so I'm happy with the lineup. I really want to see the lineup for on Sunday. But yeah, that's basically all I got to say, really. I don't think there's any podcast with my mate Ty Cuthbert on Twitter because he said he's setting up his wheel, something like that. I don't know. And he said he completely forgot about it. So I'll try to start sorting that for the weekend. So yeah, let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, just tell him that we need to nail something down, get a date down, because I want to start it as ASAP, and you want to do it regular every week. So everything that we do, maybe do it Sunday. I think Sunday's the best because when you do all your racing and stuff in the week on Sunday, then you can talk about things, innit? So I think in the week,
so I might do
in the evening after the Liverpool game because Liverpool play at 2:00.
Oh yeah.
As soon as Liverpool finishes, we're doing the live. We're doing the live reaction, and after that, you can go and do your thing, innit? So, because as soon as that Liverpool game finishes, I'm doing my live reaction, and that's it. That's me as a wrap, and then you can go and do your thing with Mr. Cuthbert. So I'm going to be heading off. Then I'm going to download this as always. I'm going to put it on Twitter. I'm going to show everyone our play lineup, and if you like it, remember to smack that like button on my channel, Solo P1, and Toto Hammer's channel as well. If you go and look on X, you see our profiles. When I put this video up, the links for both our channels are on there, and plus the link for both our channels will be on this tweet as well with the play lineup. So I'm heading off. Enjoy your weekend. Big up to everybody, and that's it, man. That's a wrap. That's a wrap for until Sunday. I'll probably do a pre-recorded tomorrow. I'm going to do a debrief. That's just 10 minutes of pre-recorded, and I'll upload that in the week. And that's it, really. So that's a wrap, man. Enjoy your weekend, Toto. Hope everything goes good for you, and I hope everything goes good for Liverpool. And that's it, man. And get that podcast done with Cuthbert, man. He's a good geezer. So let's get the thing on. See you later, guys. Big up. Bye.
And hand you down to pit side LFC.